Hi guys, so what I'm showing you here is the tops of two pencils. One says 5B and one says 2H. And the reason we're starting like that is today we're going to do a pencil drawing of the Mandalorian.
This is the way.
So it's important, if you want to do the shading, it's very important that you start with the right pencil. Well, shade with the right pencil, that is. Okay, it doesn't really matter what pencil we do the drawing with. Lucian, do you know what an H stands for on a pencil? Hard, exactly. So that means the graphite in this pencil is hard, which means it's going to be really hard to shade because you're just going to get a kind of average grey colour, which is no good for shading. If I press hard or if I press lightly, I'm going to get the same tone, which is no good. This, however, is a B, it's a 5B, so the higher the number, the softer the graphite. And that means I can press like this and get a very dark line, or I can press like this and get a very light line. So if possible, for this drawing, you need to try and get hold of a B pencil, if you can. You might just want to do the line drawing of the Mandalorian, okay? So it doesn't matter what we start with. We're both going to start with a 3B. And yeah, like I said, it's the Mandalorian. Okay, I'm just going to get comfortable because I'm not very comfortable at the moment. Right. Sorry for the wobble, chaps. So we've got the top of the screen here, bottom of the screen here. Okay. Right, Lulu, what's your name again?
Lucian.
Lucian, sorry Lucian. Forgot your name then, although you're my son. Right, we need to make sure we've got enough space. So we're going to look at about the size of my hand for each character. Okay, so we'll do a little dividing line down the middle so we don't go into each other's space, something like that. Right, the Mandalorian. Let's do this, Lulu. Okay, so we're going to start by making sure we don't run out of space. And we're drawing a helmet. We're just going to do his head today, a little bit of shoulder. So we're just going to do a little line at the top, very loose little line, which is going to be the top of the helmet. And then we're going to come down to here, and we're just going to do a little line so we work out where the bottom of the helmet is. Okay? We then want to work out roughly where the side of the helmet is. This is just rough, and then a little line here. So we know this is roughly the size that we're working with, okay? All the lines we do, we want to press really lightly, so we get, we understand that we are gonna get the right size, not gonna run out of space. So we're gonna go for a nice curve. So pressing lightly, it's gonna link up with this bit here. Now this is one of those rare workshops where we might get the rubber out at some point, possibly, because we're going to create quite a few guidelines. So coming down like this. Now these lines I'm pressing very lightly, and I'm just coming around and just going very lightly. And I'm redoing those lines if I need to. Okay. So that's the top. Now this bit's really important. This is going to be the eye panel. So we're going to come down here again, and we're going to have a slight curve to this line, and it's going to go back and around like that at a slightly more acute angle if you can. Okay? Because what we're doing here, guys, is we're favouring this side. So we're seeing slightly more of this side. Okay.
Yeah.
You can always adjust lines if you need to. Okay, so this line might need to go lower down because it's a little bit high. Right, so we're going to bring the mask down at a slight angle. Okay, to about here, like that. Sorry, am I keeping you up?
Sorry.
And then we're going to come down like this. Okay, this line doesn't go down quite as far as the other one. Okay. We're then going to get the angle of the mask coming down here, something like that. And then comes the other side. It comes a little bit, and then it goes at more of an acute angle. And that's where I'm going to lose that little guideline, because I just want to get that in like that. Okay. This is like getting the structure of the helmet. Right, so the shoulder is going to go off here somewhere. So I'm just going to have a little line like that. I'll come back to you later on. In here, we've got another just a little bit of shoulder going down there. So we've got the context of where the helmet is. Okay, something like that. So we don't want to narrow it. This is a classic mistake. So we don't want to narrow it just because we're edging it. So just bring it off to there. We don't see the edge of the shoulder. It's very broad. Okay, so just don't worry about that. Right. Nice curve here. So we've got this piece at the top that sticks out a little bit. So here you can be a little bit more definite with your pencil. So you're doing a little bit of a bulge there, and it comes down at a curve, and that curve comes all the way down to there. Okay, this is not central because, like I said, we're seeing slightly more of this. That's good.
I think I want to rub out those two.
Yeah,
later.
or we can rub out all the bits we need to rub out. Okay, so we're going to come along like that, and we're going to double up that line, and that's going to follow the same angle as this one here, and it's going to go all the way down, and when it gets to the bottom it's going to round off a little bit. So kind of a long sausagey shape coming down. Okay, now obviously what I'm not adding yet is any tone, any shading. Okay, we're going to talk more about the shading when we come to do it. So, top of the mask, bit down the middle. We've got another shape coming down the middle of there, like this. Sort of a centerpiece to that, and that just comes across here and goes up like that. Okay.
Not too far.
Too far. It's okay. What we'll do, when we get to the end of the main lines, we can rub out any bits we need to rub out. Okay, right, we're going to double up this line above. So you're just going to come up here, like so, and along here, like so. That's it. Little bit of a line up there. Okay, good. Now we've got this little side piece here which starts at the top and ends up at the bottom. So just a little piece that comes out the side, goes down, cuts across, something like that. Some kind of hole in it here. Remember, this is all going to look very different when we start shading. Okay, now on this side, we've got a piece that does this. So you start here and you go down like that and across to the edge like that. Okay. That line comes out a little bit and then it goes back. Yeah, that's it. Then we do another piece underneath, it's a bit smaller. Come to the edge like that. And then we bring it back at an angle, like this. Back at an angle. And what will happen here, it's okay. Is we're to do something like this. And this is just a slight piece of here. Okay. It's good. We'll get rid of. We'll go over those lines with the shading. Okay, that's fine for now. Don't worry about it. Okay. This is going to work a lot better with the shading. Okay, so we've got a bit more of the side of the helmet here. All right. So look, come down from here, from the middle of there. So we widen this a bit. You see? So we come down. So this lower part of the helmet is a bit wider than the top bit. Yeah. Good. Right, we'll come back to that later on, don't worry about that. Okay, so very important now is the eyepiece. So the eyepiece follows on from here. So you're going to come down with your sort of in a sort of pretend movement here, and we are going to come down at this kind of an angle. Don't worry about where it gets at the bottom, because those lines at the bottom might not be quite right yet. And then you're going to do the same here, and this gets slightly narrower as it gets lower down, ever so slightly. Good. It's good. Now, you then work out where we want this to start. So what we're going to do another line close to this one underneath here, all the way along, all the way around, which is about there, down, down, and then you join it up with the line here. And again, they might need slight adjusting when we come to use the shading, the tone. I'm doubling up those lines now a little bit. Okay. That's good. Excellent. Okay, so another line here. Just go straight down.
Okay.
So straight down from there. And then we're going to make sure we've got the angle down here right, because this piece comes out a little bit and out a little bit. Okay. And then you link it up here. If you've got that angle right. If you haven't, just, oh, never mind. Just correct it, okay? That's it, good. Okay. Right, from this little bit of hingey bit here, you're going to come down and we're going to do a nice curve that ends up there. Down. Okay. I'm going to change the angle slightly here because I think it just needs to be slightly acute. So if you can leave yours, but I'm going to lose that bit because it's not quite so angled, so I'm going to lose that bit. So we can be correcting our drawing as we go. That's not a problem. Another line here, and then a line going up there. That's going to be for shadow a bit later on. Right, from this corner, we're going to come up, and we're going to head up towards there, sort of middle of that piece. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, that's it. Okay. I'm going to add another line here. It's going to help us with the tone. You don't have to do this one. And then we need to do this. We start back at that corner and we're going to go up. And we are going to go down. Okay. Okay, good. Now, we're not going to see much of the shoulder at all. Just going to add another couple of lines here. Hang on a sec. 1, 2. So this is just basically getting this ready for the toe. Okay, so we link this up here with a line. This is the sort of shoulder now, and what's happening behind. If you want to see a little bit of the top of the shoulder, just have a line like that. And then you might want to just let me do this and then just copy it. It's going to come down. These are the various little bits. We'll add tone to this. We can see kind of his shoulder belt and stuff. These are just a few little lines that we will make good in a bit, okay? Something like that, right, guys, this is the line drawing of the Mandalorian, all right? Now, on its own, it's quite, looks pretty cool. At this point, you might just want to go over the lines with a Sharpie, or you might want to be in for the long haul, which is to add the tone, and that's going to be part 2 of this video. Right, part 2 of this video. Lucian's going to be sitting next to me, giving me moral support. It's going to take a little bit of time. This might be something you want to start and then return to, because we're just working in pencil. Now, I've got this rather ridiculous little guy here. It's my 5B. Now that, like I said in the beginning of the video, the higher the number, the softer the graphite, which means the more tone you can get, that is to say light and dark. We want this to have lots and lots of lights and darks because this is a grey helmet. Okay, it's the Mandalorian's helmet. It's grey, it's metallic. We want to try and achieve something that looks 3D through the use of my pencil. And all that means is if I press hard, I'm going to get a very, very dark line like this, which is what I want. So this middle piece is going to be black, so I'm going to press very, very hard on my pencil. Or for example, down here, this is going to be very light. So I'm going to press very, very lightly with my pencil, and you can see that I get a very, very different effect here. All right. I'm also going to be doing little bits and pieces of smudging with my finger. So we will probably speed this video up, but I'm just showing you when you see. We might not speed it up too quickly. So when you see me doing things like this, if I'm moving my finger, it's basically getting the pencil to blend, okay? What you also might see me do at some point is you might see me create some tone in an area like this, for example. And you might see me pick up a rubber. Now what I'm doing with that rubber is I'm probably not rubbing anything out. I'm creating areas of highlight with my rubber. So I'm actually drawing with my rubber. You see that? So I create an area there which is lighter, like so. So they're the things you're going to see me do. You're going to see me pressing hard or lightly with my pencil to get dark or light. You're going to see me blending with my finger, okay, to create smooth areas of tone. But you're going to see me use my rubber to help me get areas of highlight, okay? Right, I'm going to get started properly now. So we're going to start off with the top part of the helmet, and I'm going to start off with all the darkest tones, okay? So the darkest bits. So we're going to start at the top. So guys, I guess we're going to speed up now. So good luck. Okay, we won't speed it up too quickly, but we'll speed it up just enough for it not to take forever. And I'll probably need to sharpen my pencil halfway through as well. So good luck, chaps and chapesses, good luck. Thank you for joining us today, guys. Please do not forget to subscribe to our channel, Artroom Studios, and check out all of our other videos. We'll see you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.